there, Fidget fans! This is Alana from FidgetHaven Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the prototype of the 6-gear spinner by Ray Penna at Real Gear Spinners. The 6-gear spinner is made up of 6 small 0.875-inch steel gears, 2 stainless steel frames, stainless steel buttons, and 2 stainless steel screws to keep it all held together. Throughout the spinner, there are 7 steel R188 bearings, 1 in each of the planetary gears, and 1 on either side of the sun gear. This measures 2.25 inches across, and it came up to 86 grams on my scale. The 6-gear spinner has the form factor of a 5-pointed star. It has 1 sun gear in the center, and 5 planetary gears which all connect to the sun gear. They're held in place by these 2 stainless steel frames, and they're very smooth, and they have a really nice brushed metal finish. Each of the frames has small cutouts for windows so that you can see how the sun gear and the planetary gears connect, which gives you a really great view of how everything moves in motion together. The stainless steel buttons are small and they're shiny. They surprisingly have better grip than you'd assume, and that's likely because of the flush stainless steel screws that hold it together. It provides a little bit of extra friction and a little bit of grip. Now, I do find that as the number of gears goes up on these spinners, that my desire for larger buttons goes up. And as I've mentioned in previous reviews, I have recommended to Ray that he make larger buttons for offer, and it's something that he's currently looking into. Now, these spinners are not meant to be spin time champions. As I've mentioned in other reviews for these, they're definitely more for fidgeting with. With a 2-handed table spin, I'm able to get spin times of about 15 to 20 seconds, but I feel like I should mention that I haven't cleaned the spinner at all. It does have 37 individual parts, and I just haven't really had the time to dedicate to taking all of these spinners apart and putting them back together. I normally do 2 spin time tests and then clean my spinner and then do another test, but unfortunately I haven't been able to do that here. You can spin this series of gear spinners in 2 different ways. One is like a traditional spinner, like so, and the other is by holding the frame and spinning one of the planetary gears, which moves the sun gear and causes all of the other planetary gears to move in unison. Now, when you spin it like a traditional spinner, it makes this really amazing pattern that I've been really quite struggling to show you. It's absolutely fascinating, but very hard to pick up on camera. And if I had to compare it to anything, I would say it looks like the golden ratio of a sunflower. It's just very intricate, and I know that you guys can see little flashes of it when I'm spinning it on camera, but it's nowhere near as pronounced as it is when you're actually looking at the spinner. Now, this spinner is where I feel that it stops being comfortable to flick. There's no room between the gears really to get your finger in there, and when I do so, I find that it scratches against my nail. So the best way for me to flick this is to pull down on the frame like I do with many other spinners. You can flick it this way, but it's gonna your finger's gonna get caught in the gears and it's not gonna spin for as long, and it might not be comfortable. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't pinch or anything like that, but it's just not the most comfortable way to spin it, and you will not get the best spin times doing that. I find that the spinner has really nice vibration in the hand when it spins. All of the ones in this series have a very similar feel to them, but they still feel very different than other spinners in general. And as I'm sure you can hear, there is a pleasant clicking sound. This spinner is the quietest out of all of the ones in the gear series that I've tried, and I've discovered that the more gears you have, the quieter it is, with the exception of the 7-gear, which I will explain in the 7-gear video. The clicks, as I mentioned, they can be really soothing and satisfying, but they can be distracting to other people, so this isn't really a fidget that you'd want to use in situations that require your silence. The 6-gear spinner is heavier than I'd prefer for my own personal tastes. It's not a heavy spinner by any means, but for me personally, I prefer lighter spinners in general. It is my favorite in the series due to the patterns that it makes and the volume of the clicks. These spinners have a really interesting feeling in the hand as the gears interlock with one another, And while they all feel kind of similar to one another in the series, they feel differently than they do from any other spinner in general. Between the amazing patterns that it has and the soothing clicking sound, this is 100% more of a distraction fidget than it is a concentration fidget. Now, each spinner in the series is honestly a work of interactive art. I get sucked into watching the pattern and watch it frequently. It will provide endless entertainment for you. Now, I hope that you check Ray's work out. He does have a YouTube channel, which I will link at the end of this video, where he shows how he makes various things, including these gear spinners. Again, this is the 6-gear spinner by Ray Penna at Real Gear Spinners. I'm Alana from FidgetHaven Reviews. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to post them in the comment section below. I'll make sure to include a link to both the Real Gear Spinners store and to my written review in the description below. If you'd like notifications on future reviews, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. I hope that this review was helpful for you, and I do appreciate you watching it, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks so much.